We are in West Hartford for this week's Something's Brewing. Hanging Hills Brewing Company in Hartford closed their tap room, but their brand is still going strong. And today, we are going to talk about some of their new beers. Joe Plouffe joining us now, founder of Hanging Hills Brewing Company. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for coming to Wise Old Dog to do this.
Yeah, so you've had a lot of changes since the last time we saw each other.
Yes.
You know, I know you closed the tap room. However, the brand is still alive,
Yeah.
and the beers are great.
Yeah.
What, you know, just talk a little bit about what made you make that decision. I'm sure it wasn't an easy one, that's for sure.
Well, you know, it's funny. At first, it was very hard. I spent a couple weeks sitting on it. You know, I spoke to a lot of people who were smarter than me with a stronger business acumen about what I should do, and they were all like, "You should just pull the plug." But then, you know, coming into small businesses like Wise Old Dog or the Harvest stores here in West Hartford, going to see my friend Chen at the Bottle and Cork in West Hartford, they were still selling my beer. And it was still moving really well, and it just made me realize that like there's a relationship outside of just selling products, that people, there was a brand recognition, and these guys, these small businesses were still very strongly pushing forward the brand onto their customers.
It's great. I'm glad that you kept the brand.
Yeah, thank you.
You really do make a good product. What, how much, you know, how many beers are you making? Are you still keeping up with that high demand?
Yeah, so we carried over some of our beers from our previous iteration. So Heartbeat is still flying off the shelf. It's the one that people know us by. But we also incorporated some new beers into the fold, specifically Halamanta Ipa. It's a New England IPA. It is a supremely beautiful IPA that is competitively priced. It's $11.99 on the shelf. It's meant to bring people over back to Hanging Hills if they left, or bring new people to the fold as an introduction to what we're capable of doing.
So how does that taste? I mean, are you getting that hop forward flavor?
For sure. So it's a hazy New England IPA. I modeled it after a bunch of stoner rock records from the late 90s, so it has a lot of the terpene-like qualities of a substance that recently became legal here in Connecticut. But then it also has a lot of fruity notes to it. It's very pineapple-y. The kids describe it as dank.
Oh, okay, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means. No idea what that means.
And then you also have a pumpkin.
Yes.
Just in time for the season.
It is.
Even though I hate for summer to leave us, but.
You know, and it's raining today, so I feel okay talking about it. So we have a beer called Pumpkin the Bear. It's a smoked pumpkin, smoked Doppelbock beer. So whereas that might turn off some people because of the smoke, I think that the pumpkin brings them in. And it is a really clean, really well balanced Doppelbock that has this hint of smoke that, one, dries out the beer, but then emphasizes that it's meant to be served with food. It's a great, I'm really proud of this beer.
Joe, I know they sell your product here at the Wise Old Dog.
Right.
Where else can people pick up your beers?
So I'm really lucky. You can find, or Hanging Hills is really lucky, you can find Hanging Hills beers at 200 plus package stors across the state.
Great.
And we have at any given moment anywhere from 100 to 150 on-premise accounts, so bars and restaurants have been really good to us. So you can find us all over.
Well, great. I'm so glad we did this, and I'm glad you're staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you know, the pandemic has taught us that we got to, you know, work a little bit harder through all this. So this has been great.
All right. Well, thanks, Joe. Good luck to you. I'm going to take the pumpkin because we're going to have a toast.
Sweet. I'm going to take Halamanta.
All right.
Cheers to you,
Well,
Courtney.
Something's Brewing at Hanging Hills.
Cheers.
Cheers.